The temperature of the cities are recorded in the table below. Denver, Albany, Anchorage, Minneapolis, Milwaukee. Which answer choice lists the cities in order from the coldest to the warmest? So when I think of coldest to warmest, I think of 0 as being my temperature, and then going down. So this is 0, so this was Milwaukee. 2 was Albany. 9 was Denver. -6 was Anchorage. And -10.5 was Minneapolis. So let's make sure I have all the cities. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we went from the coldest to the warmest. That is going up this way. So that means Minneapolis was the coldest. We can take Milwaukee and Denver off. Then Anchorage was next. So this is correct, and this one is correct. Then Milwaukee, and then Albany. So it is not Denver. So my answer is C. Which number below will be located somewhere between 2/3 and 7/8? 2/3 I know is 0.66. You can do 2 divided by 3. And this is going to keep going. So this is with a line over it. 7/8 is 7 divided by 8. 8 will go into 7. 70, 8 times. This is 64, because 8 times 8 is 64. 10 minus 4 is 6. I add a 0, bring it down. 8 will go into 60 7 times. 7 times 8 is 56. This is 4. I add another 0 and bring it down. And so this is 5. So it is 0.875. I need something that will go in between each one of these. 3/3 is equal to 1. So I know it's not that one. 3/4 is 0.75. So it looks like that will probably go in between. Go real pretty simple. 9/10 is 0.9. So that will go after it. That's not it. 2 divided by 6. Is going to be 0.33 with a line over it. So that does not go in between. So my answer is B. Which answer choice below is equal to 3 divided by 4? This also means 3 divided by 4, and this means 3 divided by 4. So 4 divided by 3 is not the same. Four over 3 is not the same. 3 times 4, that's multiplying, so my answer is D. Which statement best describes the relationship between the two numbers plotted and the number line? I have 3, -3, and +3. The number 3 and its opposite, -3, are represented on the number line. Is that true? Yes, so my answer is A. Number 5. Which inequality accurately represents the relationship between -3, -5, and 0? So let's look at each one. Is -3 greater than 0? No. Wait, let's look at that again. It should be 0, -3. That means, is -3 greater than 0? No. Still, -3 is not greater than 0. So is -5 less than -3? Because if we put it on the number line, it would be -3, -5, and the more you go this way, the smaller you get. The more you go this way, the bigger you get. So the answer is C. In which subset of real numbers does 1/5 belong? Well, I know with integers, there is no fractions and no decimals. And this is a fraction, so I know it cannot be an integer. If it cannot be an integer, then it cannot be a whole number. And it cannot be a natural number. So the answer is D. Which number below does not represent an integer? An integer cannot have decimals. So we want a not, and since this is a decimal number, my answer is D. Point A, B, and C are plotted on the number line below. A is -1.25, R -1/4. So I know it's not positive though, so I can take this one out. Let's look at what B is. B is on this side, it's not past the 1, so none of them are past the 1. C is not negative, so I know it's not this one. And I know it's not past this, because this would be 0.75. So my answer is A. 4 students worked on their math project. Joey completed 1/8 of his math project. Gretchen completed 0.49. Miguel completed 33%, and Sophia completed 3/7. Which of the following choices list the students in order from least to greatest? So the easiest thing to do is put them all into a same form. So I'm going to put them all in decimal form. 1 divided by 8. 1 times 8 is 8. 2, 0, 0. 2, 16. 4. So this is 0.125. Miguel is already in there. 33% is 0.33. 3/7 is 3 divided by 7. 7 will go into 30. How many times? 4 times. 4 times 7 is 28. 2, add another 0, bring it down. 7 will go into 2 times 14. 2 minus 14 is 6. 7 will go into 60 8 times. You're going to get 56. So this is going to kind of keep going. So this is, we can just round it to 428. So I line my decimals up. And the smallest one is Miguel. Are we looking for the least? No, the smallest one is, I'm looking at 1, 4, 3, 4. So the smallest one is Joey, which is 1. So then I have 4 and 3. 3 is Miguel. So Miguel should be next. So Sophia is not next. So the second least was 33, which is Miguel. They all have Miguel. The third one is 4, 2. 4, 2 is Sophia. So it should be A. Eight campers shared 3 boxes of cereal equally. Which of the following represents how much boxes of cereal the campers will receive? So they're taking 3 and dividing it by 8. 8 will go into 3. 3 times 8 is 24. 10 minus 4 is 6. Add a 0, bring it down. Eight will go into 60. 7 times 56. 4, add a 0, bring it down. 8 will go into 40 5 times. This is not one of my answer choices, but I know it's not these. And I'm not taking 8 and dividing by 3. So I'm taking 3 and dividing by 8. So my answer is B.